Hello there. And we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. You welcome the SE to another episode 3 of one of my favorite shows. See ya. My show with the Oregon Gooner is one show I really love. I really
Yeah.
love that show because of how close I am to Oregon Gooner. But see, guys, yeah, I can't take away the feeling, yeah. I always have when I got my guy because this guy, yeah, is putting a lot of work into my channel, yeah. I can't forget this guy. So today I was just thinking, yeah, I was thinking of relaxing today, yeah, guys. But something
Mm.
just hit me, man. Steve Mahala, I got that Steve Mahala breeze just bruised through me today, and I was like saying, okay, you know what? Yeah, today I'm gonna get this homeboy down here today. And here we are. See, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome, yeah, to episode 3, season 2 of Gunnerz and Magz. See, yeah, with my guy, my brother. He's gone big time now, but there's no big time when you have, your
Big
homeboys around,
time. Big
it doesn't
time.
matter whether, it doesn't matter, if you've gone big time. Real recognize real, yeah. The brothers recognize brothers, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
why he's down here with us. See, welcome to the show. No other person, yeah, than Steve Strasberg. Steve, my brother, Steve Mahala. Welcome to the show. Po. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, man. I'm just chilling. But yeah, I hope you're good. Looking forward to the show, bro, as usual. I ain't big time, by the way. I ain't big time. Not yet.
Come
Not
on,
yet. We
man.
got
Come
work
on,
to
man.
do.
You visit
We
the
got work.
terrace, you visit
Got
Never of How. You go see,
work
you
to
have
do.
access to this big time YouTube channels. Come on, my
Yeah.
brother.
I'm not
You
big time yet, though. I'm
can't
big time
deny
if I
this,
have a
Steve,
full
Steve
time
Mahala.
gig.
So that's why I
Full
think
time,
you've gone
full
through.
time gig, 10,000 subs. Maybe we can talk about it, but we're still working our way up. We're still working our way
Okay.
up.
Okay. See, Steve Mahala, yeah. See, there's something going on, yeah, and I'm pissed
Mm,
off. I'm pissed off about
okay.
it. Guys in the charts, big ups to you who are in the charts, yeah. I have down here, a guy's becoming a very big friend of mine, Sideline Football Show. See, I can't wait to be on your show, my brother, Sideline Football. Big ups to you. And definitely, things I will be bringing you to my show. Definitely, I've watched a couple of your shows,
Mm,
and it's really my thing. I like the way you moderate. I like the way you talk about football.
mm.
Guys, if you've not subscribed to Sideline Football Show, go and show that guy some love. Doing great things in that channel. He says, "Big up,
Absolutely.
brother. Wish you a good show." Yeah, exactly, man. Shout out to you, Sideline Football. Keeping it real, Chelsea is down here. That's our guy, JPT. Big ups to you. Ledge FC. This guy's a legend, yeah. A big friend of my channel these days now. Ledge FC. Evening, gents. Keep up the good content. Yeah, exactly. See, Steve Mahala, something happened today, yeah? The Premier League, the
Oh, I
FA,
wonder
have
what. Yeah.
struck again. You see, Steve Mahala, yeah, even if I felt that you've not really been very sympathetic with clubs, yeah, that have a big bone to pick with the FA. Even
Mm,
if I still feel you're not so sympathetic with clubs being chopped off, yeah, week by week, points chopped off,
right.
week by week. Horrible refereeing in this country, in England.
Mm.
It's horrible. And I know you're not sympathetic to anyone about this. I've had interviews with you
No, I agree
time and
with you
time
that it
again.
is horrible. I agree with you that it is
I know
horrible.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to battle with you, my brother, man. Yeah, all gloves are off because you, you don't have no sympathy whatsoever for these teams. Arsenal, my football club, I've been at the back end of horrible decisions. My
Yeah,
coach, yeah, even if I'm better out right now because of he has chosen not to win trophies, he's chosen to throw away trophies. Let's push that aside. Let's push that
yeah,
aside.
man.
We're talking of the FA. We're talking of the
Yeah,
Premier League.
sure.
What is it? Everton waking up this morning and then the FA opens their mouth, yeah, puts into action. 10 points deducted. Right now, Everton is seating 19th in relegation waters in this league, while Manchester City with 105. Listen, my brother, Manchester City with 105 charges. Nothing. We've not heard anything about these guys. Nothing. Chelsea, we've heard nothing. Completely out. Why is it that rich clubs, including your club, Newcastle FC, why is it that these rich clubs, no one hears anything about them? 105 breaches of FFP rules disappeared. I'm not saying that, the charges aren't still there, but we've heard nothing. Instead, these guys have a bone to pick with Everton FC, the little guy. Yeah, we go to the little guy, we charge them, take 10 points off them. They're now in relegation waters. What do you think about it? I will let you have your say about it. What do you think? Is this fair to the normal clubs that keep, like Everton? This is the first time they're having such bridge, for 20 million pounds. It's small. What about all these clubs that have been flouting FFP rules and nothing have been done?
Well, first off, let's deal with the Everton side of things, because that was the breaking news. So let's just break that down, because that's the actual story of it. We can go to the side piece, whatever. Like Everton, I don't agree. First of all, and I'm gonna put it out there. I think the rules are stupid. I think FFP doesn't. I think it creates more chaos, and I think it creates more unnecessary. I just don't think. I'd like to see some changes in the rules. Whether that will happen, don't know. Maybe in 50 years, maybe into I don't know. But I don't like the rules for me. I've never been a fan. I've always been of the belief that you have, just like in life, you have the haves and the have-nots, right? There are rich people, there are poor people. And that is how it is. So there in the Premier League, there's no exception. Sport, there's no exception. You have very, very good teams, you have very bad teams, and in the middle pack. So the thing is that what Everton did, they broke the rules. Again, I don't agree with the rules, but they did break them. And when you're a Premier League club, there's a fat rule book that they have, and the club is supposed to know that, or someone, the lawyers, whatever. When you play in the league, you have to play by the rules, whether you like it or not. So, and if you break those rules, then if you're convicted, which is what Everton were, right? They're not under Man City investigation. That's an investigation. The Premier League the Premier League investigated Everton, and they've come up with a conviction. Is the conviction a bit harsh? I think it.
Mind you, this conviction is for charges that were brought 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago. They have the fight. The FA have the fight for a 2-year-old battle, but for a 1-year-old battle, they don't have it. They don't have it. The Man City battle is just this past year. No one is fighting for that. Why does it have to be the little guy that have to bear the brunt of this?
Let's look at it just logic. Let's just look at it logically for a second. Let's say you have people in your life. Let's say you've got lots of issues, dozens of issues with this person that you have to resolve. That's going to take a long time since there's a lot of issues. But then there's people in life that you might have a small issue with. That doesn't take much time to deal with the small issue. Or it could be one big issue. It doesn't take much time. When you have more on your plate, that means you need to you have more to deal with, right? If you pull someone over for a little traffic stop, that's nothing. If you're arresting a cartel for dozens of years of charges, it's not gonna be resolved overnight. It's not gonna be resolved over. So that's the one thing why I think it's taking so long, because it's 115 versus 1. That's the first part of it. But second of all, sometimes, Tony, we just have to take I feel like nowadays we can't just say I don't know and just be cool with it. Everybody has to be like, oh, I think it's definitely this, definitely that. We don't know why it's taken so long, so we can only come up with theories and stuff. But we can't
So
say it's
do you accept that the FA is being unfair? Do you accept? Because see, Steve Mahala, I know we're friends, yeah, but I'm sorry, I have to be hard on you on this because your takes have see your takes of this, yeah, has really been, I don't want to call it ridiculous, but it has been very unsympathetic. I will go see you posted on Twitter, maybe couple of hours ago. This was exactly 14:50. See, I'll take you to what Steve Mahala posted on Twitter, his official Twitter account, and I read here. He says, "I hope that none of your I'm sorry for the language. Yeah, it's American. I hope that none of your use the but what about him defense. If a cop pulls you over because you fucked up, Man City's case has nothing to do with Everton's case. You all are just crying for the sake of it. Trial by social media has confirmed Manchester City as guilty just cause they got charged with 115 possible infractions. Just cause you get charged with something doesn't mean you are guilty. See, all I see from your tweet, yeah, is being unsympathetic with Everton and actually putting up a defense for Manchester City. Why will there be charges for Everton right now? Right now, the little guy, right now. And then Manchester City is allowed to flout the rules, no slap on the wrist. See, no one is even talking about it. And you know what, Steve? Yeah, I'm really afraid. Yeah, that this FFP rules charges that have been brought down on Manchester City will be swept under the carpet. Everything will go away. It will go away. I think Saudi Arabia is involved with this. I think money will.
You mean the UAE? You mean the UAE?
I think it will go away.
UAE, not Saudi.
Talking about it.
Okay,
UAE, whatever. UAE, whatever. Wherever that money is coming from, there's a big problem. Why are they looking at Everton and why can't they complete Man City's own, which was just last season? Why can't they talk about it?
Because it's one breach versus 150. Like I said, Tony, you have multiple issues or problems to deal with versus one. That's why I think. The thing, and again, I want to emphasize, I don't like the rules. I don't like the rules, but guess what? You still have to follow them. Everton, and the reason why I don't have any sympathy towards Everton, the ownership and the club, is because they broke the rules. They broke the rules, right? And I also saw that apparently there was a few clubs, the recently relegated ones. What is it? Leicester, Leeds, Southampton, and I think one or two others. They're looking to do a class action sort of lawsuit against Everton because of the fact that Everton were skirting the rules while the others were playing clean. So that's the other thing too. We can't just ignore the fact that Mashiri and the ownership at Everton broke the rules, whether it was by accident, whether it was by whatever. They were in breach of it, so they have to what's it called? They have to enforce the rules, and we could talk about the enforcement of it. Because I think Manchester United were charged with something. I don't know if it was little, but then I
they were charged. They were charged. Yeah, of course.
Right. And they were convicted.
It was just a couple of months ago.
They didn't get any. Man United didn't get any points taken away from them, but that's again a different case, a different whatever. So I don't know. I don't know, Tony. And it's not my tweet wasn't a defense of Man City. It was simply just putting out there the fact that it's crazy that people think being charged with something equals you're guilty. Right? That's pretty scary because I wouldn't want someone to charge me with something. It goes public.
Oh, come on, man! It's 115. It's 115 FA charges.
Right?
It's huge. It's phenomenal. See. Everton was just charged with one. Yeah. And now they're going down under. Yeah, for it. we'll still talk about it if 10 points is consummate with what happened. Yeah, that's a whole different topic. But this Manchester City one is about 115. See, you must have fucked up real bad. Like you must have really fucked up real bad for you to get 115 charges blasted on you. You know that. See, one better stick. One better stick.
But it depends.
One better
and Tony, that's exactly what the thing is. How many of those 115 will stick? Because remember a few years ago, UEFA tried to do something similar with Manchester City in the Court of Arbitration for Sport. And it's like a 90-page article. I looked at a good amount of it, actually, because I was just curious. You could do the CTRL-F key or a CTRL-P, and you could Google words that whatever, like no evidence or guilty or not guilty. You can look it up, and then it goes right to the point of it. A lot of it, they were cleared of a lot of it. And if you look at what UEFA was saying Man City did, they were found not guilty. So based on what has happened before through UEFA, they were previously not guilty, and the Premier League is taking a second look at it, and they're charging them with it. A lot of charges, obviously, but they already got investigated by UEFA. So that's why it's like another reason. It's like, well, it's happened before, and they didn't find any evidence of it. I'm not saying I did anything right or wrong.
Bro, if you're being charged with 115, there's a whole lot of evidence. I'm not saying you've committed the crime, but I'm just saying there's lots of evidence against you. 115. And I'm sorry, man.
That's not evidence. 115 charges is not evidence. That's just charges.
I know it's not evidence, but I know that at least there should be evidence before they should be able to charge them with something like that. 115 is so much. It's so much. Everton will just charge with one, and they're going under for it for just that one. If FA is coming down at you with 115, something might stick. And you know what? Yeah, if Everton is going 10 points down for just one charge, Manchester City should be facing relegation. There is no question about that.
Well, yeah,
we'll be talking about the consequences. We'll definitely talk about the consequences. Yeah, big ups to the people in the chat. Yeah, I know it's getting heated up. You can see Steve Mahala is warming up to the whole thing. Me too. I'm just getting started because it's going to answer for some of his statements. Yeah. See, True Gunner, big ups to you. Definitely, I miss I miss doing a show with you too. I'll get back to you. Definitely, whenever you're free, let's get it cooking, man. Keeping it real, Chelsea's down. He says Shane McMahon, Football League. Here comes the money, money, money. Here we go. Money talks. True Don, big ups to you. He says City, Chelsea to be relegated potentially if they're found guilty of financial irregularities. Bro, I'll take it with a pinch of salt because this FA, I don't trust these guys. I don't trust these guys. I believe if you have money, I believe if money is going round your team and your team is really that big, I just think you can bypass all this stuff. Yeah. I don't really think Everton have enough money right now that kind of weight that Man City is pulling. See, that takes me to my next overview. Everton Football Club, just immediately after that ruling was handed down by the FA. Look at the club statement from Everton Football Club. Guys in the chat, big ups to you. Please keep throwing your comments. We really need to understand what you guys think about this too. Chime in on the chat too. Wolfgang Division, my guys down here. Andrew Bell is also down here. Big ups to you guys, Andrew Bell and Wolfgang Division. Great guys. See, this was Everton's statement. I'll read it to you, my brother. Yeah. Everton Football Club is both shocked. See, just listen to it. Everton Football Club is both shocked and disappointed by the ruling of the Premier League's commission. The club believes that the commission has imposed a wholly disproportionate and unjust sporting sanction. The club has already... Yeah.
I just wanted to pause for 1 second. Let's read that again. The club believes that the commission has imposed a wholly disproportionate, which means disproportionate means the proportions aren't correct. It's
not
an
equaling to
unjust.
the crime,
That
not equaling
is
to
way too harsh. That is way too harsh of a punishment.
it's way too
They're
harsh.
not
Yeah,
saying
exactly.
they're not saying that they didn't do it. They're saying that they think the penalty.
They're saying they did it, but it's not proportionate.
They just think it's unfair. I just wanted to point that out. But
So they think it's unfair. Yeah, exactly. And unjust sporting sanction. The club has already communicated its intention to appeal the decision to the Premier League. The appeal process will now commence, and the club's case will be heard by an appeal board appointed pursuant to the Premier League's rules in due course. Everton maintains that it has been open and transparent in the information it has provided to the Premier League, and that it has always respected the integrity of the process. The club does not recognize the finding that it failed to act with the utmost good faith, and it does not understand this to have been an allegation made by the Premier League during the course of proceedings. Both the harshness and the severity of the sanction imposed by the Commission are neither a fair nor reasonable reflection of the evidence submitted. So, in other words, they don't believe that this is actually fair to them. They believe that what was committed isn't even like it's so heavy coming down on them. But listen to this. This is the one I really want you to listen to. The club will also monitor. Listen, the club, guys in the chart, listen. The club will also monitor with great interest the decisions made in any other cases concerning the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. Everton cannot comment on this matter any further until the appeal process has been concluded. See, Everton Football Club is not happy that Manchester City is dancing all the way, to another Premier League title. They're not happy that Man City is dancing and happy, having a jamboree, looking at them and look at these fools. The FA is handing them a tough ban, or probably 10 points 10 points removed from their points right now, and they're now in relegation waters. They're looking at them, they're laughing. Why is that? Why do clubs like Chelsea Football Club, who have already been charged by this FA, why are they dancing happy? Those guys have flouted some of the rules. We all know this. Backyard things have been done. Why do this club have to dance away, and why do the little guy have to suffer? Steve Mahala, you've read this. Everton is not happy. They're looking at other club sides that have been charged by the FA. Nothing has been done. Is this fair to Everton Football Club?
I mean, I think just on the surface level, because we don't know everything about it. I mean, like, again, would I have taken away 10 points from them? Probably not, but there's a reason why they did it, and it is going to appeal. It is going to appeal.
That's the fair Steve Mahala. Yeah. That's the fair guy. He still got a good heart.
I always try to be as fair as possible. I always try to be fair. No, but they came up with that for some reason. We'll see. Maybe they'll explain. I don't know. But like that. Here's the thing, Tony. What we need to just address, which I feel like isn't being addressed. Everton broke the rules.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the rules, but they still broke them.
Yeah.
They would not be being deducted 10 points if this didn't happen. Right? Just like how if you put yourself in the situation you find yourself in. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's pointing a gun at them. Nobody's forcing them to do stuff. Like, so that happens, man. And also that time period comes around the COVID time too. So maybe that's also why they feel it might be harsh. I don't know. But Everton, they have not been good owners for quite a while now. So this slip up This was inevitable because they have Everton were once qualifying for Europe. Everton were once finishing high in the Premier League table, 6th, 4th, stuff like that. They on their own decided to spoil it by making terrible signings, by not running the club correctly and whatnot. And that's on them. That's the thing, right? If you mess up, that's on you. So I just like that has to be addressed. And the Everton fans are definitely, they're pissed off at the Premier League, obviously, for their reasons, but they're also pissed off, obviously, at their ownership because they are the reason why they find themselves with the points deduction and all that. That's why they've been battling relegation for. That's why they've done this. That they're you know, they've had a huge demise. So that's the first thing. So, bro, they'll appeal it. We'll see what happens. Maybe the Premier League just wanted to put this out there as I think it might be a scare tactic. And the fact that they might appeal it and then they might only give them 1 point. Right? Just so that let's say the Chelsea and Man City do, they would have a precedence. They could be like, well, we're only going to take off 20 points because of whatever they convict them of and whatever they're guilty of. Yeah. Then we have a precedence. I think maybe what this was a scare tactic. They're trying to enforce the rules of FFP and the financial stability rules that they have. I think maybe that's what it is. I don't think it'll be 10 points. I think it'll be 5, 3, 2, something like that. Yeah. But I think maybe that's what it is. Maybe. Because they said in there that they're open and transparent.
I completely get you. Big ups to Toon Tactics TV. Big ups to you. It says here, comparing apples and oranges. See, man, it's easy. It's easy for you to sit there and say it's just comparing apples and oranges. But to lots of teams, to lots of teams that can't compete because of these clubs that have tons of money, you won't understand what it means, how hard it is to compete with these teams with big amount of money, with big and astronomical amount of resources. It's easy to sit there, and complain and say apples and oranges and just throw out words like that. Sometimes you just have to feel empathy for some of the clubs that can't be able to compete. They can't win titles. It's guaranteed that some club sides won't win titles at all with this pace. At all.
I don't have empathy, Tony.
So if teams break FFP rules, they should face the consequences. But again, with Everton facing this one, 10 points is too much, man. 10 points is too much. Even Steve has already admitted it seems too much. It's too much. So all eyes will be on this Manchester City and Chelsea one. They better give us something good on that one. But look at what Mail Sport has been running, away with today on the news just 1 hour ago. See, I'll read it for you. It says Chelsea and Man City look set to face relegation from the Premier League after Everton's 10-point deduction if they are found guilty of breaking FFP rules. Now, that's a very, very respected news outlet in the UK. Maybe not these days, but it really is still respected. Anyway, that's Mail Sport. What do you think about that?
Bro, it's just it's what media do. It's what any good what's it called? It's what any good journalist or whoever's making the article, they're supposed to get interaction.
No. If Everton just had one charge, and they committed that crime, good and okay, good. 10 points deducted. Do you think with the amount of charges that they've leveled, on both Chelsea, let me just say Man City, because that's my main target. Man City, 115.
Why is it your main target?
leveled on these people, because I feel they're getting away with lots of stuff. I don't really care about Chelsea right now, but I care about Man City,
Exactly,
and
and
they're
that's
running
the
away with the
point.
titles.
That's the
They're
point.
running away with the titles,
That's
and I'm
exactly
hurt.
the
I'm hurt. See,
That's
Steve, you know
exactly
I'm shameless. You know
no,
I'm
no, no, no,
shameless.
no, no. That's
I'm hurt.
exactly
I'm
the
hurt.
point.
They're running away
Exactly
with the
the point.
titles.
Chelsea aren't
They're
relevant right
flouting
now.
FFP rules. No one is slapping them. No one is beating them up. These guys have the bone for, they have the bone and the cojones for the little guy, but yet no one is hearing anything about the 150. No one is talking about it again. So, and this is what hurts me. I really want Man City to pay for their crimes, and I'm not hearing it anywhere in the news. I'm not hearing of these investigations. Even if it's co-voted, at least let's hear some stuff. I'm not hearing anything. And it hurts. It hurts. But do you know what? Yes, Steve Mahala. Yeah, if Everton is getting 10 points deducted, as a as a slap for what they've done, do you think relegation and stripping away at least some certain titles, maybe plus last season a title? Do you think it's consummate enough? Do you think it's consummate enough punishment for Manchester City to relinquish titles, maybe 2 titles, hand Liverpool the title, hand Arsenal the title for last season? Do you think it's proper?
I don't know
Coupled
yet.
with relegation.
I don't know yet because I don't know what
No.
they
With
have
what
been.
you've seen with Everton right now, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair with
I think
what
it's a.
Daily
I
Mail
think
is
it,
saying?
yeah, I think the 10 is a lot, but but again, what I'm gonna say is if you don't screw up in the first place, you don't leave it in someone else's hands to decide your punishment, right? If you decide to if you make a mistake and let's say you go I don't know, let's say you get into a car accident and you're in court, civil court, and the person gets to sue you for millions and millions of dollars, but they drive a Toyota Prius, right? The
Mm,
car isn't worth millions of dollars, but if you didn't get into that car wreck that let's say you were at fault for 100%, let's say, right?
yeah,
Then if you didn't
yeah.
mess up in the first place, you're not leaving it in someone else's hands, right? We've all
Mm,
had
mm,
punishments that were very like heavy, even though it
yeah,
wasn't something big to you. Parents do it. Parents will lay the hammer down on something to make a
yeah,
point. To make a
for
point, do
sure.
not break this rule. Do not
Yeah.
break it because then in your head you're like, okay, I really shouldn't do that again. Because
Mm,
if I do it again, just like you're saying with the Man City thing, it's gonna be a lot worse if I do it
mm,
again and again,
mm.
right?
But
So
I
that
want
that
to go directly. I want to go directly. I want to go directly. Do you think? Okay, see, just look at what Andrew Bell put down there. Before I
okay.
ask you this question again, they don't charge you with something unless there are grounds to possibly get a conviction. So, in other words, the 115, yeah, charges that were leveled against Manchester City, there are grounds for that. The, the literal grounds for those charges.
That's what
So,
they believe. Yes.
see, man, and there are 115 of them. I read everything, and everything are chargeable, bro. See, there's no escaping. At least one or two. In other words,
Mm.
and stripping off of their titles. Do you think relegation and stripping off of their titles for the past 2, 3 seasons, maybe whatever they deem necessary, do you think this will be enough and this will be okay? Shout out
Shout out Danny.
to Danny boy. Danny gifts us 20. Many more lads. Yeah, big up to you, Danny. Danny,
Thanks, Danny.
I'll put that chat up right now. Where is Danny's chart? Yes, I think
You're
Danny's
you're you're
chances
you're uh
should
you're
be up
glitching out a little
right
bit,
now.
Tony. You're glitching out a little bit. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
back now, I
I
think.
think I'm back now. I think I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, big ups
Yeah.
to Danny. Thanks. He says, nice stream, Tony. See ya. Whenever me and my brother Steve Mahala come to a stream, it's always fire. This is what you get. We're friends, yeah, but sometimes we could eat ourselves alive down here when we talk about football. Danny says, nice stream, Tony. Too many more lads. Yeah, big ups to you, Danny. Danny, you know we love you down here. You're a big, big, big member of this my channel. We love you that much. And this is what he also said again. Danny, I'll read that up here. He says, Newcastle have only 4 league titles, lads. They're not that monster of a club, but they have something special.
Yeah, the project,
Interesting.
yeah.
BX Gunner, big ups to you. That's my brother, BX Gunner. He says, it doesn't help that they say they are facing 115 charges, but continue to let seasons and years go by while supposedly investigating. Now, that's a big problem. That's a big problem. What do you think about that statement?
That's a
The
big
passing
problem.
of time. The carpet with lots of money going on. Bro, come on, man. Let's don't act as if these guys don't favor these big teams. Let's don't act in that way. Come on, man, Steve.
Well, about this, I agree. But the thing is, that's not just a sporting problem. That's a life problem, right? We've seen trials of heinous, disgusting murders or whatever you want to call it. Those people, some of them didn't do it, and some of them have to wait for years in a freaking jail cell when they didn't do it. So this is a life problem. Life ain't fair, right? So it sucks, but yeah, it is. It obviously we all wish that they could just deal with it like that. They could just find it, but they're doing their due diligence on the 115 charges. About the question you asked me about if you know what should be Man City's punishment. Well, again, I don't know because I don't know what they've been convicted.
Big up to you, man. Yeah.
I don't know what they've been found guilty of, but I know what Everton have. And so I can make a judgment and say, in my opinion, is it a bit too much? I think so, but whatever. But let's say all 115 of them are they're guilty of all of them. Well, then, yeah, they should face a huge punishment. You could throw the book at them. You could throw them $1 billion fine. You could throw them freaking relegation to whatever tier you want. You could do this, that, whatever. Yeah, if they broke the rules, then again, they put themselves in that situation. They broke rules and stuff like that. Then yeah, that's on them. That's on them. So it is what it is. We'll make a judgment. I can only make a judgment, Tony, on what the punishment should. And again, it's a life thing. If someone's on trial for something and you think, oh my God, that guy did it, you gotta put him to death, you gotta life and whatever. But you can only really
I get that.
You can only actually say if it's fair or not once it's a guilty or not guilty verdict. If you're just trying to be,
but look at where I'm coming. I get that, Steve. Yeah, but look at where I'm coming from. Yeah, Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, just take my football club. Yeah, as an example, we'll follow most of these rules. Yeah, we'll follow most of these rules. Now the FFP rules is going down. It's pressing down our neck. Arsenal doesn't even have enough money to even go into the January. And big ups to my sports world, yeah, because you know where we're going. The January transfer window. Arsenal doesn't even have enough money right now to go buy players in the January transfer window because the FFP rules is bringing down our necks because we can't sell players. We don't have players of worth right now that we could sell. Maybe, just maybe, a Ramsdale is a sellable asset. Emmy Smith-Rowe is injured constantly. I don't know how much we could get for him. You know, all these players, how much are they willing to get? How much are these clubs willing to pay for?
Tony, me and you know this. How
much are these clubs willing to pay for Eddie Nketiah? Crystal Palace came to get Eddie Nketiah in the summer. Did they follow through? because these players are, they're scams. Eddie Nketiah is not good enough for the football club. So his pricing in the market would definitely be shit. And this guy is earning about 100 per week in Arsenal Football Club. But again, that's a different part of it. It's Arsenal's business. Right. Good and okay. But what I'm saying is that the FFP rules is breathing down our necks, and we're following the rules. We can't flout the rules. And again, we don't have enough money because of this same FFP rules to go into the market and buy players. We have ways of actually funneling money into Arsenal Football Club. God damn it, we have an American, the American, Stan Kroenke, is one of the richest billionaires in the world right now. Is a fellow American like you. Yeah, he has the money. Do you want to tell me he doesn't know the tricks on how to funnel money into Arsenal Football Club to flout FFP rules? Of course he does know how to do it. But Arsenal is not flouting the rules. But Chelsea Football Club is flouting the rules. Man City is flouting the rules. And these guys are winning the trophies. Do you see where my pain is? I'm not winning the trophies, but these guys are winning the trophies. And they are flouting the rules. It's not fair to the other guy. It's not fair to the other guy who's keeping and sticking to the rules. Man City is left to run amok, and disgrace the league, disgrace FFP rules, make mockery of these rules. 115 charges, no one is saying anything about it. Arsenal is now left to pick from the pieces to go into the January transfer window with FFP rules bringing down our necks. I don't think it's fair. It's not fair enough. Steve Mahala, is it fair enough? Is it fair enough? Even you two have to watch out for FFP rules. Even you too, you know that, right?
Yeah, of course. Okay,
because even by January, there's a limit to how much you're going to spend in January. Big up to Danny who just put up a super sticker for us again. Danny, thank you very much. What will I do without you, man? Big up to Danny. Danny gets a po. Thanks, Danny. Thanks, man. Big ups to you.
What I would say, Tony,
you were saying something.
Let's address it just one by one. With Arsenal, the thing is, you guys are not a good selling club. Man City actually really are. They get good money for their players, and even their academy players who might have very few Premier League appearances or none. They get a lot of money. They are good sellers. They're very good sellers.
How many? It's Cole Palmer. Name another one that commands a big fee that they sold.
Ferran Torres, they made a big profit. They made a profit on, who was it? Laporte went on a free.
You have to think about it. It's not much. It's not much. And even their sales, their merchandise sales all around the world, I think it's over.
Tony, I'm talking about
merchandise elsewhere.
I'm talking about also guys, like I said, with the academy. I just thought up now of Forbes, Carlos Forbes, who went to Ajax for, I believe, 15, 20 million. So that's another one where they get money. You have other guys.
It's only 2-3. It's not that much. It's not that much. If you tell me of Chelsea have done.
They made a lot of money on Sane. They turned a profit on Leroy Sane.
I don't think Man City have sold.
Leroy Sane. That was another one. Leroy Sane. When they bought him from Schalke, they bought him for.
No. You were talking of the academy. Not their age.
Tony, I'm talking about their sales in general. Their sales in general.
Okay. Now you're picking that up.
Academy plus first team. You have Lavia. Lavia went for big bucks. And that was, again, another academy. You have guys like, let me pull up their thing. You have guys like Leroy Sane. They bought him from Schalke for pretty cheap. Sold them to Bayern for a good amount of money. Ferran Torres.
Yeah.
You have guys like, let's think over the years now. Trying to think. Bravo went out on a free. You've got, who's another one? Let me look it up. They are a good selling club, though, Tony. And that the thing is, you guys haven't been.
I know they are. I know they are. But trust me, man, because I'm seeing this astronomical figures they are posting, man. the one they just posted, I think this was like a week ago, as they posted profits of, bro, the profits blew, bro. I was seeing something like over 300 million something as profits done over from Man City. See, man.
Oh yeah, the profit.
See,
Yeah,
and
700.
this is eclipsing guys in the charts. I'm talking of Man City, yeah, and this is eclipsing foundational league runners. I'm talking of Arsenal, Manchester United, all these big clubs. Yeah, these guys they're posting bigger turnovers than Arsenal and Manchester United combined. How is that? The last time I checked, the Manchester City fan base is not as big or as huge as Manchester United. Where are they making all this money from? Is the FA even concerned to even check where all this money is coming from? FA, please do us a favor. Follow the money. Follow the money. It's simple. Follow the money. If you guys have any credibility at all, follow the money. Where is all this money coming from? From Manchester City. Even Arsenal haven't posted that in years. Even Manchester United, the biggest club as I know it to be. Yeah, I'm talking of match sales. I'm talking of the global fan base. I haven't even made this money that Man City is posting. The turnover is astronomical. Follow the money, FA. Follow the money. Something is going on. But don't you think something is going on, Steve Mahala? Are you biased to this Manchester City machine?
No, because it makes sense why they make so much money. Let's recap what they've been. Let's recap. They just won a treble. They just won a freaking treble. So there's a lot of prize money in that. There's a lot of wins along the way in the Champions League. You get paid group stage on for win, lose, or draw. Okay. They win a lot of their group stage games. They win a lot of semifinals. That's TV money. That's advertisement revenue. That's exposure to a global audience. Same thing with the Premier League. You win a lot of money when you're the title winners. They're on TV a lot. That, again, goes into your piggy bank. You have Erling Haaland, who's one of the global superstars of football, the biggest sport in the world. You have him at your club. You're going to sell jerseys around the world, right? You have De Bruyne. That's another
come on,
guy.
Man. He just came to the football club. When did he come? It's not like he came 7 years ago. He came like 2 seasons ago, a season ago.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? It's not like he came 7 seasons ago.
It's like how Marcus Rashford didn't come 2 years ago, but he has a lot of shirt sales. They make a lot of money in shirt sales off Rashford.
Same thing. I know, but don't make it sound like
they have
shirt sales skyrocketed because of him. It's just been
they have Erling Haaland
for about 2 seasons.
They have Erling Haaland. This guy is a superstar. He just banged in 35 goals in the freaking Premier League and bagged in loads of goals, and he's building. He is a superstar.
I get it.
Make money off.
But again, Steve Mahala, you're missing the point. You're gonna make money off it, but it's not like it's a sustainable thing that has been happening for 7 seasons since they've been winning the titles. Name me, okay, just name me 3 more players that the shirt merchandise for those players was so astronomical within 6 seasons by this Erling Haaland guy. Maybe a Kun Aguero. Who else made massive shirt sales for them?
Yeah. Yes, Aguero, De Bruyne.
Yeah, Aguero. So I said bar Aguero. Aguero. Yeah, push Aguero away. Who?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Who? Kevin De Bruyne didn't make that much. He's a global superstar, but he didn't really make that much in shirt sales. I've seen the figures of
Tony. He is a global superstar because he's been a part of Man City for years. He's one of the best players in Premier League history. He's been here a long time. He obviously, and he also plays for Belgium. They get far in the World Cup. Everyone knows. Every football fan knows.
Over the roof.
What? Yeah, hell yeah. That definitely. And you also got to think, Tony, when you have those kind of players, they bring in endorsements. And they bring in exposure to your club financially. You unlock things when you have those caliber of players, right? That's the other thing. And they honestly, they make a lot of money off. They really do make a lot of money in sales. Palmer, 47 million euros. Mahrez, 35 million euros. Laporte, 27 million euros. The year before that, their sales. You got freaking Sterling to Chelsea, 56 million euros. Jesus and Zinchenko.
No, I give it to you. They've made sales. They've made sales. They've made sales. I get that. I get that. But still, they have 115 charges. So where did those charges come from? It's not like they didn't do anything. Those charges came from somewhere. Wolfgang Division, shout out to you. Po. That's my brother. He gives us £2. Oh my God, the money is just flying in today, man. What did you guys see? Yeah, Steve is Steve is the rainmaker. Yeah, he's the money maker. Big ups to you, Steve. You'll get your check after this, man. This is for headache pills for poor Steve. Yeah, Steve. Oh my God, I've given poor Steve a big headache. Oh my God, poor Steve. Big ups to you, Wolfgang Division. Thank you, my brother. Andrew Bell says, I've got no problem with investigation taking time as long as it's done properly so they don't rush and not get enough evidence.
A fair trial, which everyone deserves. Everyone deserves a fair trial. Everyone deserves their day in court. 100%. Some of it takes longer than others.
Good, I understand that. Good, I understand that. See, Steve, let's move into another topic. Tonali has been given a ban, yeah? I think it's a 10-month ban from your football club. Good and okay. You're scouting and, scrounging everywhere looking for replacements for this tough guy. Yeah, good and okay. In the news, Arsenal is going for Ruben Neves, the former Wolves midfielder, defensive midfielder. Even when he was leaving for Saudi Arabia, I was like, oh my God, he's still got, one or two things to still do in this league. Why is he leaving at the time? For Saudi Arabia. But of course, it seems like most of these players are mercenaries. It's all about the money. Good and okay. Even if I do like Ruben Neves, there's a bit of a conflict going on. Now, Arsenal and Newcastle are in the running for this tough guy. Yeah. Now, this is the reason why I want that guy in my football club. And I'll give you some specifics that is coming from Newcastle and Al Hilal, which is which group owns your football club, and Al Hilal also. Newcastle United is owned by the same owner of Al Hilal, also of the Saudi Arabian Pro League. But see, this is why I need a player like Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves represents that tall, 6 foot plus, strong, muscular, kind of player that Arsenal does need in the middle of the park. Remember, when I came to St. James Park, I was being slapped around. I was being beaten. I was being harassed. Knocked about, deboed. Everything in the book happened to Arsenal players when we came to St. James Park. Mostly that famous one where Bruno Guimaraes deboed a veteran in this league. I'm talking of Jorginho. Do you know what it takes to knock Jorginho straight to the ground? Do you know what it means to kind of like just
much? It doesn't take much to knock him
down.
But
it's not fun. Again, it's not fun. But again, it's not fun. If you're an Arsenal fan, it's not fun seeing your players being knocked about like that, being disgraced. Bro, I can't have a disgrace because we're being beaten, we're being molested by Newcastle players. But see, this is but again, no, it's true, we're being molested. That was a molestation. I'm serious. That was a molestation that went on in St. James Park. We're being disgraced, beaten. Bro, it was a pure molestation that went on down there. But see, this is the bigger picture. Arsenal needs a tall, 6 foot plus, big, a brute, and that's what Ruben Neves represents. I like what he brings to the table. But this is the stumbling block down here. People in the chat, read into this. The owners of Newcastle also owns Saudi Arabian team called Al Hilal of the Saudi Arabia Pro League. Now, this is the thing. Newcastle want to bring in Ruben Neves to kind of like replace Tonali in the middle of the park, yeah, as a defensive midfielder. Typically, they should have the upper hand because they do own that same club. But this is the thing. By next week, 20, 20 Premiership clubs will be voting on this very rule. If clubs that own other clubs can be able to bring in players or purchase players, vice versa, if they could bring that same player that is being owned by that same club in a foreign land or in a foreign league and bring them back to the Premiership. By next week, guys, yeah, listen, by next week, this vote will be put to the table. See, do you know what, yeah? I don't have the confidence that that vote will go to the right. I don't think to go the right way. I think money will be passed around. That now, it's my opinion. It's my opinion. Anything that has to do with all this Saudi Arabia, UAE, bro, I think money is passing hands. I think, my opinion, and I stand by it. You know, for some reason, I think money will pass, by the side, and all these things will be swept away. So even in that vote, I'm very scared. I think these clubs might vote towards that part that, clubs that own, other clubs might still bring in players from that same clubs. I think that's what will happen. If that happens by next week, Newcastle have the chance of bringing in Ruben Neves to their football club. Do you fancy your chances of bringing Ruben Neves to your football club? What does this represent? And again, if those 20 clubs that represent the Premier League vote on behalf of Newcastle or whatever, yeah, do you think that's right? Do you think it's good for football in the general brother sense?
I don't see the problem with it, no, because it happens a lot, right? Chelsea own Strasbourg.
Oh
They're
my
looking
God.
for
Steve,
no, no,
are
no,
you
no.
this shameless? Oh my God.
Dude,
Steve is
you
shameless.
hey,
No,
whoa,
but
whoa,
Steve,
whoa,
when
whoa,
would
whoa,
you
whoa, whoa,
agree
whoa,
that you
whoa.
are shameless? I agree I'm shameless. When would you
No, no,
agree
no,
you're
no. I'm not
shameless?
even.
Just
Tony,
agree.
I'm gonna inform you of something. Did you know Arsenal own a club? Did you know Arsenal own a club? Stan
Yeah, I know.
Kroenke owns a football club. What club is that? What club is that?
He owns the Colorado Rapids in the
There
US.
you go. Have you brought
Yeah.
players from the Colorado Rapids to Arsenal?
Yeah, trusty.
There you go. So I didn't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with Man City and their thing going on. I don't have a problem with Chelsea and Strasbourg. I don't see
Oh,
the issue. Red Bull Leipzig and Red Bull Salzburg, AC Milan and Toulouse share ownership as well. So when Ratcliffe takes over, there's gonna be Man United and Nice. This is I don't see the issue with it. Like okay, let's say in MLS there is a
oh my
breakout
God,
star. No, hold on. What is stopping? Hold on,
He's shameless,
because
guys. He wants
you think
Newcastle to get Ruben Neves, man.
yeah, it would take him, of course, and you would too, because we both agree he's a super
Oh
football.
my God. Yeah, I knew that's where you were going
Tony,
to.
I want to
Just
ask you.
admit it. You
I
want the
want to.
guy in your
I want
football
to
club.
ask you. I want to ask you this question right now. What is stopping you? What is
Mm.
stopping Stan Kroenke from buying a superstar for the Colorado Rapids using the a DP spot, a designated player spot in the MLS because it's a salary cap league. What is stopping Stan Kroenke from buying a player, convincing him to join the Colorado Rapids on loan, a designated player spot, salary could be whatever, and then loaning him to Arsenal? What is stopping you from doing that?
See.
What is
But
stopping you from doing that?
but again, no, I'll counter that again. But again, you know that most of these big stars going away from the Premier League and top clubs around the world are no more looking at the United States league as a league to go to. to end up their career or to even go there to make money. Most of them prefer the Saudi league because they pay big time money, and your club has interest in Saudi league or in the UAE, whatever that means. Yeah, but at least in Saudi Arabia, now that's where most of the talented players are going to. That's where they go, and that's why Ruben Neves chose Saudi Arabia than the United States of America, at least to make more money. I clearly understand that. But again, you do have interest in the Saudi league. That's where most of the big time players are going to. Most of the big time players are not going to the US. So I don't think it's like for like. I don't think you should compare it. How many players right now are transferable assets apart from Messi that are in the US right now, that are like big time players that will come down to Europe and make it big time?
Where did all? Oh, here's the
maybe Messi.
All right, Tony. All right, let me counter that. Let me counter that.
I don't think.
Let me counter that.
But I can name you three. Right now, I can name you three from Saudi Arabia who will come in now and benefit the league. They will come and make good money and play very well and become cult heroes in Europe right now as we speak.
Yeah. Tony, all right, yes. I can name three too. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, freaking Ruben Neves, and Benzema.
Exactly. Ronaldo. Come on, man. Let's up the ante.
Ronaldo. Okay, but Tony, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Tony. All right. Alphonso Davies, Canadian left back that plays for Bayern, one of the best left backs in the world, has had injury problems. Do you know what club he was at before Bayern? Where did Bayern buy him from?
That's before. I'm talking of now. We're talking of now. Not before. Now. The US is not an attractive place for big time players to go to again. So you don't have the same type of skill set.
Tony, it's not just about the big players. It's also about the upcoming stars, right? Alphonso Davies was a really, really interesting, good prospect, but Bayern did very good scouting, and they bought him for pennies. They could sell him to Real Madrid tomorrow if Alphonso Davies wanted to, or in January, whatever. They could sell him for 80 million. Easy. So that's the thing. The Colorado Rapids might have a superstar player that emerges, a young Canadian, a young American, a young whoever that emerges, and that other clubs are looking at. Thiago Almada at Atlanta United. He's a player that his stock is rising. He was part of the Argentinian national team that won the World Cup. He's in the squad. He didn't play much, but Messi speaks very highly of him, and he is a player on he's going to be playing in Europe, so let's just be honest. Same thing with where did we pick up Miguel Almiron? Almiron is not a superstar player. Has he been a serviceable, good player for Newcastle, and we bought him from Atlanta United? Yes. So that's the thing. It's not just
he's a decent player. Come on, he's heroic last season. He's a decent player.
It's not just about the big hitters that could go to MLS and then you could transfer them. It's about also the young stars or prospects on the way.
Yeah.
And if there is a guy on the Colorado Rapids that Manchester United and Real Madrid, we all know the clickbait ones, Bayern, Real Madrid, and Man United are looking at 16-year-old superstar Colorado Rapids, and Arsenal are looking at him too. Guess what? You have first dibs on that guy. You have first dibs, just like on Austin Trusty. It was a pretty clear, all right, yeah, we can do this. And you made money off of that. You bought him for peanuts and sold him for a decent fee. And he never played a game for you guys.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Nothing is stopping you from having using that advantage of the multi-club model. Nothing is stopping you from doing that, because there's like I said, Tony, there's a DP rule that you can just tell the guy, play in MLS in the summer. We'll loan you to Arsenal at the August, right? So just do your thing until then. Tati Castellanos, when he was a part of the City Group, was at Girona, New York City FC. He was performing for New York City. went to Girona on loan.
Yeah.
Banged in some goals.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny. Big ups to you, Danny. We love you down there.
Man City were like, okay, Castellanos is a good player, but not Man City caliber. Sold him to Lazio for a huge profit when they first bought him from Uruguay, right? So you can do these kind of things. That's just what other clubs should be doing more of. For me, and that's why I don't have a problem with it. If Arsenal got a 17-year-old superstar prospect that looked legit and you guys bought him from because it's one of the clubs you own, I have no problems with that. I have no problems because that's just an advantage you have because you're in the American market. That's fine. And Aston Villa just partnered up with the Japanese club.
I totally get that.
So everyone can do it.
I totally get that. I totally get that.
So it's all about how much do you take advantage of.
So now do you think there's a possibility? Do you think there's a possibility for these clubs to vote to vote affirmative, for clubs to do business like that? Do you think there's a possibility?
I think the vote will go with no. I think they won't. I don't think they will vote. I think they will vote no because so many clubs have a club that they own Nottingham Forest and Olympiacos. There's another one. Villa and
that's true.
Man City. Chelsea have a feeder club. Newcastle have the links with PIF. Man United will have a link with Nice if Ratcliffe takes over. That's obvious. Liverpool have
that's obvious.
I don't think Liverpool do, but you get what I'm saying. I'm probably forgetting a few.
I get you, man.
We'll eventually creep up to about 11 clubs that will look at the idea of having a feeder club or whatever you want to call it that they own and that they want to use that because it can be very helpful. So I don't think they'll vote no on it, but if they do, then democracy is democracy, man. But the problem is that Chelsea owning Strasbourg. What's the point? Man City having the city.
What's
group,
the point?
What's the point? Aston Villa having the connection with the Japanese club. They're looking to. What's the point? You know. So
what's the point?
That's the thing, man. It's something that is, Red Bull Leipzig, Salzburg, New York Red Bulls. So, like, it's happened before, and the world hasn't.
I get it. I get it, and I see a reason why you won't have a problem with that because you've made it more clearer. The big ups to Danny. Danny has just Danny back to back today, bro. Danny, man, big ups to you, man. Back to back. 20 euros in the kitty again. Danny, you got a po. Lifetime po, man. Po, Danny. Big ups to you. Thanks for coming to support us down here. Zuberi, oh my God. Do you know what it means, for Zuberi Mafabi to come to your show and just chill? Zuberi, big ups to you. This is a big Liverpool fan, Big, rugged Liverpool fan, It says Wagwan, so big up to you, man. We've missed you on the show, Zuberi. Zuberi, drop your digits, man. Let's get you on the show so we can have a talk.
Tony, I just thought of Tony.
I hope you saw it in the news.
I was just gonna say I thought of another one. Crystal Palace. Palace. John Textor has investment in Palace, Lyon, and Botafogo. So there's another club that has.
I think Botafogo.
Ours is Newcastle's is just on a bigger scale, let's say, but we're
on a bigger scale. Even Man City. I think Man City owners own 42% of Girona right now in Spain, and it's also partly owned by Pep Guardiola's younger brother.
Yes.
I'm talking of that club in Girona, who is currently, that club that's currently top in the league in the Spanish La Liga right now. So same owners, Man City, they have 42% of it. And actually Pep Guardiola's brother has 44% of the shares down there. So This
No,
owner's lots of, all these things will clash at the end of the day. One day, it will clash. And you know what? Yeah, I'm thinking we're getting closer to this Super League breakout. See, yeah, because
maybe.
most teams, yeah, will be so tired of this refereeing in this country. See, we have to go to this Mikel Arteta stuff, yeah. See, refereeing in this country is disgraceful. See,
Yeah,
let's call it out there.
obviously.
Mikel Arteta should have nothing to complain about at Newcastle. I thought Newcastle bid us fair and square. Guys, you won't hear me saying that Newcastle did not bid us fair and square. Mikel Arteta's ineptitude and inexperience as a manager lost us that game at Newcastle. Just hear me out on that one. But again, this league has been, see, our pants are down. Our pants are down. This is the most disgraceful league I've seen in terms of refereeing. See, the acrimonious way Tottenham Hotspurs was allowed to get away, yeah, with the points against Liverpool at White Hart Lane, purely disgraceful, disgraceful. And again, Arsenal against Newcastle, some of those decisions very disgraceful. The goal shouldn't have been allowed because there was a push on Gabriel. That ball was out. Let's call a spade a spade. Refereeing decisions in this league is laughable. The same referee that overlooked Kovacic getting a foul against Arsenal when it was on Odegaard and Rice, this same referee gave Fabio Vieira a straight red just last weekend against Burnley. Where is
that?
The,
was a straight red, to be fair.
fairness?
That was a
Where is
straight
the
red. Nah, Fabio, that was a
This
straight
league
red
is
on
becoming.
Vieira.
This league is disgraceful. This league is disgraceful. It's disgraceful. And Mikel Arteta, even if I think is a loud mouth, yeah, he came out and he called this decisions disgraceful and embarrassing. I'm sorry, Steve Mahala. It is true. And I know you're unsympathetic with Arsenal. I get that. It's your football club that played against us. But in the grand scheme of things, man, you have to call a spade, my brother, man. Call a spade a spade. Refereeing in this country is disgraceful. Something needs to happen. Are you in support of this? Should something happen, or should we leave it like this for this game to be disgraced? I watch Spanish La Liga. These guys use the VAR very well. See, I enjoy football watching Spanish La Liga. Come on, man. I watch the Italian Serie A. It's nothing like this. It's good. It's okay. When I watch Italian Serie A, it's good. Like, see, read my lips, man. It is good. It's good. I watch this. I watch Spain, the La Liga. It's good. Why is it in this league, yeah? The league with the most money, the league with the most resources, the league with the biggest mouth in the world globally, global rich, enough money to buy anything, any apparatus, rent any worker they want, rent professionals. Why are they bringing football to disrepute? Just look at it. Now, Mikel Arteta has been slapped with charges that he flouted Rule 3(1)(a) of the FA rules. What do you think about that rule? And are you okay with the officiating in this league? Is this how you want our football to be run in this league, Steve Mahala? Because I've had chats with you, you're unsympathetic with this issue. What do you think? Have you changed your stance, or are you still standing by that same unsympathetic approach towards what's happening with our refereeing in this country? What do you have? What's your take?
Well, I mean, first of all, I think it's always lame, and this goes for any sport. When a manager, coach, whoever makes a comment about the refs, I always think it's really lame when it's like, oh, you're being charged, you're being fined, it's like, it's just words, bro. Like, chill. Like, I just always think that stuff is stupid. But whatever. Whatever. In regards to the refs, they have the most money in the world, Tony. They have the most money in the world, and they don't need to spend They don't need to make the refs better because we're still watching it. The global audience is still tuning in and watching the league. Until that changes, nothing is going to change with the refs. They'll make it look like it is. Like they'll suspend Anthony Taylor for a week and demote him, and then he makes a horrible error in the championship game, and then they bring him back after like nothing happened. Like Tony, they
True
don't.
True Don. Nice chart, True Don. I see you, True Don. Don't sleep on True Don. Don't sleep on this chart. See, he says City fan base is nowhere. It's nowhere near Liverpool. Guys in the chat, if True Don is lying, let us know. If this guy is lying, let us know. City's fan base is nowhere near Liverpool, Man United, and Arsenal in England. Can barely find a City fan unless it's glory hunting kids burn after 2008. Fact. I grew up. See, I grew up.
They have a growing fan base.
Watching this football, I don't see Man City fans. It's recently started popping up. How come have these guys grown a whole fan base to give them the type of turnovers that they're getting? It's suspicious. FA followed the money. That 115 charges, one must stick, and they should forfeit those trophies. One should go to Liverpool, one should come to Arsenal for last season.
And Man United,
United, hold me responsible. Those things should be done, and relegation should be on the table. I like what they did to Everton today. In fact, I'm happy. It's good. Hold the little guy, no problem. But let it be consummate. If Everton is getting 10 points deducted right now for just 20 million pounds, whatever they did, 20 million pounds, whatever, 10 points deducted, it should be the same proportionally with what Man City have committed and what Chelsea football. See, did you hear the news that Chelsea Football Club, that when their former owner was there, I think that would also take new investigations, coming up for Chelsea, that their owners was padding lots of stuff using cars. Oh my God, bro, lots of scams have been going on. And I'm looking at these things, and I'm saying Arsenal have been playing by the book. And these guys have been winning trophies, Champions Leagues, and they've been winning all these things. So us that have been playing by the rules, see, Steve Mahala, me and you are working men. We go out, we go to work. I don't care what kind of work we're doing. We go out to work. We go out to put food on our table. Yeah? And someone up there who's not playing by the same rules is just getting all the whole resources that should be touching me and you. How is that fair? How is that fair? What is this? So it's like we're just suffering, following the rules, and there's some other guys who are bigger than the other guys who the rules are meant to favor. And I'm sorry, man, it's shitting on the poor. And it's not good. It's not a good look. All these clubs need to be held responsible for their crimes. I'm a total... See, man, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. And if the FA don't hold these guys responsible, man, I'll talk about it on my channel. I'll talk about it. I'm not sparing any one of them. Steve Mahala, over to you.
Well, I was just gonna say in terms of, well, there is things Arsenal can do better. No one forced you to buy Kai Havertz for 65 million. No one forced you.
I know, but I'm competing. I'm competing and following the rules. Forget Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is not the thing. I'm competing, following the ruls. If I had the same kind of resources that these guys had and they're flouting the rules, maybe, just maybe, I might be bringing in Kylian Mbappe rather than Kai Havertz. What are we talking about? Exactly. Bro, I would have been bringing Kylian Mbappe if I had level playing field to bring in players. But I can't bring in those type of players when people like Man City are out here flouting the rules, getting the players they want, and why Arsenal are feeding off the scraps of this football club. I'm sorry, man. It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Right.
Even if my club too, even if we have blockheads who are also representing my football club, but again, we're not operating on the same level playing field. It's not. It's something different. And
you can
even
still
Liverpool,
do better. Arsenal,
playing by the rules, playing by the rules, and this is the motherfucking thanks they get. Come on, man, it's cheating. It's cheating.
Tony, but here's the thing. Okay, that's fine, but we still don't know if they're guilty yet. We still don't know. Let's move away from that though. There are things Arsenal can do better. Let's not act like you guys are minnows. Let's not act like you haven't. Let's not act like there hasn't been a reason why you haven't won a Premier League in 20 years. Let's not act like there's no reason why you haven't you know why you didn't win the title last year or whatever. Let's not act like you guys have just been like just doing I'm not talking about fair. I'm talking about doing the best you can. Not you, but your owners and whoever, managers, players, that they've been doing their very best.
Yeah.
That's the thing, Tony. It's like you like I said, you have the Colorado Rapids thing that you could be exploiting a lot more. And I know for a fact, if my owners had that, we would be
using exploiting them because we're following the rules. We're not exploiting it. But again, do you see what I'm talking about? We have that chance to flout the rules, to bend the rules, but we're not using it. But other clubs have found a way to bend the rules and use it very well and cover their tracks. And the FA is not doing anything.
But they've also been competent football clubs with a very, very good culture, strategy, and just overall they've done things extremely well. Even the financial stuff we'll talk about that when Kingdom comes. But let's not act like they don't have an incredible scouting team. Let's not act the same thing with Liverpool, right? Liverpool didn't cheat or anything, but they managed to get a Premier League title because they found Salah at Roma, who was a good player. They scouted him. Then the manager put him in that team and got a legendary figure out of it in Premier League and Liverpool history. Let's not act like Mane was an amazing buy for how much he cost. Firmino from Hoffenheim. You've got Andy Hull from Hull City for peanuts. That's all good scouting. That's all good planning. That Arsenal can do better, right? Arsenal That's the thing. I agree. Like, okay, yes, if the Man City stuff we'll have a conversation about that when when that happens or if it does, whatever. But I don't like using as a crutch for I didn't do good. I didn't do good at my job because someone else cheated and done that. That's their thing. You can only control.
Like I said, I clearly understand that. We have bozos in our football club who don't know how to run a football club. I do get that. But again, we need to call a spade a spade. That's what I'm saying. Call a spade a spade. At least make it more favorable. At least. Not when I have bozos running my football club in Arsenal, yeah? And again, I'm battling another additional one externally. I can't be fighting war. I can't be fighting wars, one at home and one externally. It's better I fight one war. Let me know that at least I'm going down on my shield. Bro, how can you be fighting an external one and be fighting an internal one? Man City is just fighting an external one, and that's it. No internal one because they have the right resources.
Oh, you froze up a bit.
Have the right referees in around them. Come on, them that the poster boys of the FA. They love them. All these things. Yeah. See, and they're winning titles. Arsenal's not winning titles. I know we have bozos. The coach is a bozo. I know all these things. But again, let the field be let it be a level playing field for these clubs. Let playing ground to win the title. Let Arsenal have a level field to win the title. Let's all have a shot. Let Newcastle have a credible shot to win. How about that? Let your football club have a level playing field. Let's allow the little guy win some trophies. How about that? How about that? Let's allow the little guy win some trophies. Not when these guys are flouting the rules everywhere and we can't even taste glory. Come on. It's cheating, man. It's cheating, man. And it's not good. You need to call it out. And I'm sorry, this podcasters in this big channels don't want to call it out because their clubs are benefiting from the same thing. So, of course, I can understand the bias. They would never call it out. They would never call this corruption out. You know, they will hide beneath the shadows because they're the benefactors of the same gains. You know, so I'm not going to go down there. But what again, we're talking about Mikel Arteta.
What bias? No. What bias would I have towards Man City? I don't support them.
No. I'm talking of the big, like the big podcasters. I'm talking of this big, I'm talking of the big channels that most of them are Man City fans, and stuff like that. Some of them might be Chelsea fans. They would never say anything about this type of thing because their club have been the biggest benefactors of this. I'm sorry, Chelsea fans. I have very close Chelsea friends. Wolfgang is my very big friend too. I'm sorry I'm naming your club like this, but I'm sorry. You guys have been at the back end of lots of cheating and lots of freaky things going on. Yeah, follow the money. The news just came out that, your former owner was, padding the whole thing with luxury cars around the world. Come on, man.
How does that? No. How does luxury? Hold on. Whoa.
No. But that alone should send them down to relegation. That alone is an offense. Alone, it should send them down to relegation for like 3 years. That's cheating. It's cheating. And Arsenal have not done this. In fact, they should relinquish some of these titles to Liverpool and Arsenal. To be very sincere with you guys. It's cheating. It's cheating. It's cheating. Maybe it's not the proper way to win a title, but bro, it's cheating, man. You want to say something?
We don't know.
Shout out to Danny. Danny really loves this show. Yeah, he can sit down and watch us do this all day. Big ups to you, Danny, man. Thanks for this again, man. Almost 100 euros spent by Danny today. He's feeling good. Big up to you, Danny, man. We love you. Thanks for making today a very great one. Steve, man, talk to us.
I have principles, bro. I have principles. Like when Partey was accused of the thing he was accused of doing, people were saying he's a horrible monster, he's a villain, he's evil, ban him for like all this stuff. And I was like, whoa, stop. The guy had an accusation and it's not chill, because I am an innocent till proven guilty guy. I'm American. That's that's how it goes. So I don't care if innocent till proven guilty, man. If Man City have done what they've done, then it will show that they get convicted guilty, and the punishment will be what it be for them. So I don't do this with just Man City. I don't have bias towards Man City because I just said when the Arsenal thing happened, I didn't say he's a monster, he's horrible, Arsenal are a disgraceful club. No, because he wasn't convicted of doing that, right? If Arsenal was charged with doing something financially funky, I would have the same exact approach because it's innocent till proven guilty. That's how, and you know why I do that? Because, okay, the tribalism and stuff, that's cool. That's whatever. That's fine. And when I'm watching a game, but if I'm just going to be fair here, it's all about treat others how you want to be treated, right? I don't want people, if I was charged with something, I wouldn't want people to slander me and assume I'm guilty. And even though I didn't do it, I wouldn't want that because that is not fair. If we had the approach of innocence to proven guilty, that for me is the best way to go.
But again now, see, Steve. Yeah, look at the repercussions of the charges that have been brought on Mikel Arteta right now. So the refs, the refs that make bad decisions,
Mm-hmm.
no punishment, no consummate punishment have been given
Yeah.
to these guys. They just send them back to championship for one
For a
week
week.
and they come back. Like that's not consummate enough, and they come back to still commit the same crimes again. So it does nothing to change refereeing in the country. The refereeing is still in the same state as it last was. Like there's nothing. It's still the same. It's still the same shit going on at the end of the day.
All right,
It
now
changes
Tony,
nothing. So
here's my question.
do
How
you
can
think that
how can we bring change? Okay, hold on. What can we do to bring that change, to force it? What can we do as consumers of the Premier
how
League?
about Steve? How about bringing people that know? How about bringing people that know how to utilize the VAR in the first place?
No.
Let's talk about that. How about bringing in people that know how to use the VAR in the first place? Because the people utilizing the VAR right now are bozos, the zombies. They don't know how to use the VAR. I've seen how VAR has been effectively being used in Spain and Italy, in top leagues in the world, and we don't have the shit show. Why is it only in England? It's because of the personnel. So how about that? How about bringing in new referees, fresh with ideas, fresh with the nuances of the game, who actually know how to do refereeing jobs, who don't have certain loyalties to certain clubs? Most of these referees are from, the shittier part of town, from Greater Manchester. All these guys, we need to throw them away. Bring in new faces, train new referees, new referees that know how to do their jobs, that have no affinity to any of these clubs. You can do it by recruiting referees that don't have affinities to this football club in any way. Okay, good. How about bringing in foreign referees? How about that? Foreign referees. We should start thinking about doing that. Yeah, foreign referees, because these bozos don't know what they're doing. Yeah, and each week we will be getting apologies, and nothing will be done. It's the same thing that will continue. The same thing. Nothing will change with the same set of bozos and zombies that are there, both in the VAR and on the field. They don't know how to do refereeing. I've seen how refereeing is being done. Yeah, even me right now, I'm going through my refereeing badges down here, in Finland. I'm doing that part time. Also, I'll be a referee. I'm seeing how referees referee matchups, and it's nothing like this disgraceful patterns we're seeing. And bro, did you watch that City Chelsea game?
Yeah,
the last one that was last week.
Yeah,
did you enjoy it? Like, apart from the 4-4, scoreline, did you enjoy the cadence of that? It was a shit show. Game. Breakages here and there, 8-10 minutes long. In fact, nearly 12 minutes of added time. It's killing football, and it's not good enough. Or what?
It's not killing their wallets. It's not killing Tony. That is the bottom line.
Steve Mahala is cooking. It's cooking, guys. That's the truth. It's cooking.
What am I cooking? What am I cooking?
You, brother.
What am I cooking? Not being naive?
No. Like, it's facts. That's what I mean by you're stating facts.
Not being aware of recognizing something for what it is. If they cared that much, Tony, they could fix it overnight.
It's a money grab. So basically, it's a money grab.
Yes, of course, it's a money grab. Of course. What? The Premier League is a money grab? Wow. What are you going to tell me next? Are you going to tell me next that? What are you going to tell me next? What's another shocking revelation? I have a shocking one here. The U.S. government.
Guys, it's a money grab. Yeah, then
U.S. government.
then
U.S.
let's
government
just call it a money grab and let's don't compete no more. Let's don't compete no more. Let's hand the title to City. Let's just give the title to City. Let's just give it to City.
We're talking about
because this referee they all support City. Let's just give it to City.
What? They all support City, but then they have no fans over 8 years old.
But their decisions on field supports this case. It supports this case. They don't get bad decisions. We all are getting the bad decisions.
No, they get bad decisions.
And getting any of
they get bad decisions. And actually, you know what, Tony?
Even Liverpool are getting bad decisions.
And
Arsenal,
City
the
are
same thing.
too.
City, no.
City are too, but they are just so good that they don't leave it in the ref's hands 99 times out of 100. That's the difference.
Okay.
That's the difference.
See, Arsenal fans who are down here, we are doomed. That is why we need to get rid of this manager, Mikel Arteta. He doesn't know what he's doing. Because, we can't be fighting wars externally and internally. We need to get our internal stuff. Yeah, we need to get it correct. At least so it could give us a fighting chance. We can't be fighting the FA, yeah. We know these guys hate us. They hate us. That's
no, they don't
for real.
hate
they
you.
Don't like
they
us.
don't.
We can't
Tony,
be fighting.
They don't have
we
anything
can't be fighting that battle, yeah, and have a bozo manager at the same time because he doesn't want to win titles. This guy doesn't want to win titles. We need a change of manager, someone who is responsible, someone who is a good manager, someone who wants to manage and who wants to win trophies, and experienced managers who knows his onions, who wants to win trophies, who knows how to manage players, who knows how to use money. This manager has been gifted $700 million. Yeah, he has been the most backed manager in this league, whether we like it or not. Yeah. And he just only have an FA Cup to show for it. And for me, as a fan who loves trophies, I was a big supporter. Not really a supporter. I support Arsenal Football Club. But I was this kind of guy that gave time to Mikel Arteta because of what he came to admit. But again, after that EFL Cup Ooster, it opened my eyes. This guy doesn't want to win trophies. Get that guy out of our football club. He needs to get out of this football club. Then, then we can now be able to face the FA. Because now we can have that winning mentality if we go and get in. Maybe a manager, Zinedine Zidane, Mancini, all these coaches are out there, winners out there. If they come to this football club, they can get us to at least win something. Experienced managers, If we get them, they can at least put us in the right path, and then we can go head to head with the FA. But right now, we're fighting both wars internally, externally. Our manager doesn't know how to buy players. Instead of giving this manager money, he is going to use the money to recruit Kai Havertz, a dead player, going to recruit Jorginho, another dead player. I don't trust this manager with yet another money in January. In fact, I don't think this manager is even going to get us Ivan Toney. Guys, don't blame me. Blame the manager. I'm not the manager. He is the guy. I don't trust this manager with another cent of this football club's money. He's not going to do anything. He's a bozo. He doesn't want to win any trophies. Apart from that, get that guy out of this football club. Bring in a manager who has experience. I want to win trophies. And then we can face the FA head on. At least we'll have experience to back us up. You were saying something, Steve Mahala.
I don't know how the FA is against you, but I mean, if that's your Steve, battle cry, if that's what gets you fired up, fine.
Bro, man, you can see it. You can see it.
No, we can't.
But bro, you can see it, man. If Arsenal say anything, the decisions we've been getting. Come on, man. Last season, they apologized to us twice. I think twice or three times. Bro, that's about 6 to 9 points. How many points did City win the league with? They won the league with 5 points last season. Let me dash them the third apology that the PG Moore gave to us last season. They were up to 3 apologies they gave to us. Let's say we count the 2 apologies. That's 6 points. If I got 6 points, I would have been a winner last season. What are we talking about here? But again, Mikel Arteta lost us that title. I accept that because he's a bozo. He doesn't know how to win. And again, to be fair to him, I don't really blame him. I blame the Kroenkes because they brought an inexperienced manager to this football club. So, the blame goes around. I don't really blame Mikel Arteta because we have bozo owners who brought him to manage this big, enormous football club. So, I don't want to go there, Steve. There's so many layers to it. So many layers. Steve, man.
Bro,
yeah.
Tony, that's where it all stems from. You're just you and it's normal because we're all fans. You're just annoyed as hell that your club isn't doing what was promised as part of the whole, like, the trust in the process thing. That's what you're annoyed about, and that's why the city thing bothers you, and that's why
I don't trust any process. I don't trust that there is no process. I don't trust any process.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, guys.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. No one's mad at Everton because of whatever. No one's mad at because they suck. They suck. They're not good. I had them getting relegated. I picked them the beginning of the season because this was adding up and adding up. They're terrible for the past 2 seasons, battling relegation and doing enough to scrape out of it. Cool. But no one is mad. No one is mad that Everton cheated except their fans because now they're going to pay a price for it pending the appeal. But when City and you said yourself, you don't really care about the Chelsea thing because they're not right now established and fighting for titles alongside whatever. But like, it's just it's bro, it's just a bit of honesty, like that is where it all stems from. Like, but that I'm a personal responsibility guy. I'm a personal responsibility guy.
Yeah, like, I get that.
When the ref decisions don't go for or against us or whatever, well, there's things in the game that we can control. There's things we can do that negate whatever. Because it's not like it's you can't just let one thing derail you because that's not what Man City have been. Let's say you have an example of adversity. Man City, since Pep got there, they just got through the Champions League barrier, but they got knocked out to some teams where it's like that's self-inflicted. Monaco were a brilliant team when they won the title in 16-17, but everybody said, oh, they're going to breeze past them, whatever. They didn't. Lyon knocked them out in a 1-game thing. Liverpool as well. So they couldn't blame anything other than themselves and also the team that advanced because they were good enough to advance past them. That's the thing. When Newcastle don't win game, like when we lost to Bournemouth, some of our fans were saying, well, the injuries. And it's like, okay, like I get the injury stuff, but it's like everyone has injuries. Yeah, it's not great that we have a lot of injuries out, but still thought we could have performed or gotten something out of that Bournemouth game with the lineup we had. The bench was crap, but like there were still things we could have done better in that game. I said it would be a draw. So I'm even coming from a lower level, but like I don't make excuses. I know that ref decisions this year will be not the correct ones for Newcastle, but it's not like in those games that, oh, it's just the ref alone. No, because, well, let's say we create a bunch of chances, we don't finish them. That's the bigger issue for me, not the ref decision going against us. Missing open goals, that's a problem because then that red card or whatever happens, the ref decision, that doesn't matter if you score the open goals. If you don't do stupid things, you won't get stupid results. Like it's an accountability.
Get stupid results.
That's all it is.
See, people are. Yeah. Oh my God. Shout out to Danny. Steve, our check. See, Steve. Yeah. When YouTube pays his money, you getting your check, man. Danny has blew the waters today, man. Oh my God.
Shout out
Danny
Danny.
has given us nothing less
Very
than
generous.
100 pounds today, man. This is
Very
huge.
generous.
Danny,
Thank you.
God bless you, man. Thanks, man. This will go a long way for my channel, man. Big ups to
Big up,
you. At
Danny.
least I get to pay Steve Mahala once in my life. Oh, God, thank you. Big up to you. He says, Tony, since what year were you an Arsenal a fan? Just by curiosity. I started supporting Arsenal in the 90s. That was around 1992.
Oh wow.
And where it got more, yeah, 1992. And then that 1992, what really made me uh start what I liked Arsenal was that I had an uncle who loved Arsenal Football Club. So I was like, okay, this was good. Another thing that made me love Arsenal Football Club was that Arsenal used to have a sponsorship deal with JVC. Now there used to be a
Yeah.
television those years that was called JVC TV. So
Yeah.
JVC was a television at the time. So Arsenal used to carry it at their crest on a special edition of one of their jerseys. So it just merged. So every time I watched TV, then I'll see JVC, and then I'll see JVC on our jersey, and I'm like, yeah, and all that stuff. And of course, we had because I'm partly Nigerian also, so we had Kanu Nwankwo come to grace the league also. It was a very big thing, for us, and of course, an exceptional player. And of course, my best player to ever play for Arsenal personally, Dennis Bergkamp. Oh my God. What a player. It's an easy route to just say Thierry Henry, but oh my God, Dennis, what a player. His turns, his move, and again, his discipline as a player. See, yeah, I'm this kind of person that take discipline and responsibility very, 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 very seriously. His responsibility as a player, I really love that guy, yeah. The way his character, his demeanor as a player, I really liked, his person and the classy way, he talks, the classy way he scores his goals, and what he did to defenders. Oh my God. Rest in peace, those defenders. He did those things to. Those were footballing crimes. So big ups to you, Danny. Thanks for that question. Of course, MEFC Global is hailing Steve Mahala. See ya, Steve. See, this will be the last question before we go away. See, Steve, yeah. Jay says, he says, playing under Arteta isn't attractive. My brother, man, it's not attractive again right now, man. I play. See, it's not like I've totally lose hope. I still think this players, not the manager, could still get us somewhere this season. I still think they can still pull something, but not because of the manager, but because of the players. Yeah. And again, if the club goes to the general transfer window and somehow gets a striker, a decent striker, maybe Ivan Toney. But again, I don't believe this manager wants Ivan Toney. Something deep down tells me he doesn't want Ivan Toney. I don't think he can cope with Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is a pure London kid. He's a London bred. He's a London boy. Yeah. It's not this. It doesn't have this trait of, yes, sir, good morning, sir. I bend down to kiss the ring. No, he's not that kind of guy. He's a fighter. He's a London boy. He wants to talk. He wants to play football. He wants to go and score. He's not this kind of guy who would just say, hey, go and do link up play. Go and run the channel. No, he's not that kind of yes man. He's the guy that wants to, even if he has all this other side show as part of his gameplay, he can link up play. He can, hold up play. He does all this stuff. He can run the channels if you want him to. But again, it's not just he wants to score goals. That's why you're a striker. He wants to score goals. Ask Frank why he scored 21 goals last season. It's because he allowed them the freedom to do all these things. He allowed them the freedom to score goals, to be a striker. That's why, with his own free will, he could be able to link up play. He could be able to hold up play. He could be able to play behind the striker. He could be able to even play as a striker. That's why he had straight connections with Umbuemo and what's this other guy that used to play on the left?
Wissa.
What's his name?
Wissa.
Yeah. Oh my God. So he had connection with these guys, Yeah, exactly. Sometimes Mbuemo might be at the forefront trying to get a goal, while and of course, Ivan Toney is strong, big, muscular. He can hold the ball. He can. I'm not saying he's a good dribbler of the ball. He doesn't know how to dribble, but he's that force to reckon with when he's with the ball. He can hold up to the ball. He can use his power to hold on to that ball. So it can progress play while doing things like that. So it's in his wheelhouse. But I don't trust Mikel Arteta with this guy. I don't even think he likes this guy. That's why I'm even thinking that Mikel Arteta might be going for someone like Vlahovic, who might be a little bit of a lesser,
Tony, it seems like Arteta. It seems like Arteta likes it, Tony. It seems like Arteta likes players who are a bit more reserved, a bit more, like you said, willing to take instruction.
That gives it the answer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's the thing, man. It's like those kind of players. Okay, yeah, you can. You feel like you have control over them or whatever. Like a Guendouzi. Guendouzi's a really good player, but yeah, he's got a bit of a dicey personality. There are highs and lows with Guendouzi. When things are going well, he's a crowd favorite or a fan favorite. He's a guy that gets the team going because of his play, the intensity, the power, he's a force. He's a force to be reckoned with. That kind of thing. But when things go wrong,
Steve Mahala, do you still think you need a striker yourself?
Yeah,
because for some time you're having injury worries right now. You're having injury worries right now, and Isaac is injured right now. You have suspensions everywhere. If this continues into the new year, you might be in real trouble. You're on the verge of being ousted out of the Champions League. Even if you did beat Arsenal, you got beaten by Loli Bournemouth, who Arsenal smashed 4-0 at the Vitality Stadium. I can see you guys, meddling with a little bit of a big mess right now. Do you still think you need a big-time striker come January, in the January transfer window? Is it still in your wheelhouse to go get a striker? And do you think you'll be beating FFP rules if you go get a striker for top money right now? Because we all know that strikers cost big money right now. Victor Osimhen. I'm not saying you can't compete, but what I'm saying is that, can you compete with FFP rules breathing down your necks, just like it's breathing down Arsenal's necks right now?
Well, yeah, we're gonna play by the rules because that's what PIF in the time that they've been here, they have been playing by the rules. They haven't been crazy spending. They've bought in quality players like Botman and Bruno G for less than, both of them for less than 35 million pounds. So and those are very high quality players that if we sold them now, we can make a lot more than 35, a lot more, maybe double. So that's the thing. And then we have Isak, who cost a good amount of money, 60, 70 million pounds. The injuries have been a bit dicey, but he's been very productive. He's scoring goals. He's a really good player. So yeah, but Wilson is dependable for goals and all that. And apparently he's got the injury. He'll be out for, I think, a month and a half or something. I heard something about it. Yeah, I think we do need I think we do need I would go for, try to see what we can do. I don't know the exact FFP situation, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe we I don't know. I don't know what we can do because I'm not privy to that information really, but I'm sure the club will find something to do. Maybe we could bring in someone like, again, I talk about this guy a lot, Jonathan David. He's not in the best form for Lille. He's only scored about 4 or 5 goals in about 20 appearances so far this season. So his price tag has gone down a little bit. I just think he's in bad form. That happens with players. Maybe we could do something like a loan obligation to buy in the summer. We could do something like that. So maybe we could do something like that. A center back. I would love to see a center back, a midfielder. Just some. We got a lot of injuries, and our squad needs some beefing up. So, as long as and that's the other thing too. It's like sometimes you don't need to spend 70, 60, 50 million on a player. We've, like I just said, Bruno cost 35 million pounds. Maybe that might have been euros. Botman was 30 million range, about that. So we can find. Do I think it's out of the possibility Newcastle buy 2 players in January? One costs 40, one costs 25. I think we could probably do that. I think so. Maybe we'll see. But yeah,
Steve, you have a question from your Sabia. He says, Steve, can you finish second in the Champions League group? Oh my God!
I don't think.
Right.
No, I don't.
Steve,
I don't. I mean, we can because it's possible. I don't think we will. I said as soon as the group was drawn, I was like, yeah, I think it'll be third place, and we're 4th right now. Can we win against Paris Saint-Germain on the road? Doubt it. Can we pick up a win against Milan at home?
But Steve, is it that you can't cope with the pace of the Champions League? Does it have to do with anything about the curse of the Champions League, or do you just think maybe it's not just Newcastle's level right now to go compete? With these guys, with the top dogs right now, do you think like, okay, we'll drop down to Europa League, then okay, we're beginning to look at something. Maybe this is in our wheelhouse. Before you answer that question, Danny dropped on. Oh my God! Wow, Steve.
Shout out, Danny.
me and you have a cook up, man. Once this check drops, me and you are sharing it 50-50. See, incredible. Danny, big ups to you. You've just given me and Steve something to shout about, man. Big ups to you, man. Over 150 pounds spent today by Danny alone.
You,
He's having a good day.
Very generous.
Big ups to you, Danny, man. Thanks. I really appreciate this, Danny. Danny, anywhere you are, man, I appreciate this, man. Thanks. It will really.
Hey, we love people that contribute. We love people that contribute to your channel and stuff. It's good stuff. No, thank you, Danny. It's very kind of you.
Yeah. Thanks, Danny. Thanks, and much respect to you. And in whatever you do, more things comes to you, man. God bless you. Thanks, man. Yeah. And in as much as you help this channel, God help you too in whatever you're doing too, man. I believe that. Thanks, man. Steve, you want to answer that question?
About the Newcastle Champions League. Do I think we're at the? No, I don't think we're no, we're not better than AC Milan pound for pound, Paris Saint-Germain pound for pound, Borussia Dortmund pound for pound. Yeah, we are the weakest team out of that. Because we're in the beginning stages of being at that level, right? So it's that's why I said third. That was that, and we're 4th. So, it would be incredible if we could get out of that group. That would be something. If we could get second or first, that would be spectacular. But yeah, I think we'll end up 3rd. Do I mind going in the Europa League? Absolutely not. No, I would not at all. I wouldn't mind that at all. I'd love it because.
But again, do you think the Europa League is something that you think it's in your wheelhouse to win it? Do you think you have that? Because you see, when we started this show, not when we started, but I think mid show when we were last season, when you did qualify, because you did tell me that, see, we don't have enough resources, to battle in the Champions League. There might be a drop off. This is that drop off we're seeing right now. But do you think you can still flex your muscles in the Europa League and win it? At least we've seen teams like Sevilla win it and look at what we've done to Sevilla. We beat them home and away, and these are multiple winners of the Europa League. Do you think Newcastle is in that wheelhouse to actually gazum that Europa League?
I don't think we would. I don't think we're capable of it yet. Could we make a deep run and fall short in the semifinal? I could maybe see that, maybe a quarterfinal or something. But yeah, again, I would love to go to I would take the Europa League over bottom because the guys need European experience. This is where you learn what it's like. This is, the Thursday, Sunday, like that whole you're playing in midweek all the freaking time. We need to get used to that as a squad. And Eddie Howe's experience with Bournemouth of going up the divisions, because obviously when you're in the lower leagues, you play 48 games in a season, 42, whatever. So he knows about that midweek grind. It's just the quality is obviously a hell of a lot different, better, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, as a squad, we could definitely do with that. You can go to different grounds, learn how, match up against different opponents, different managers who play different football, different environments. So it can only be a benefit going to the Europa League. And also the fact that would be, again, a way to generate
Anthony Herbert. Big up to you, Anthony Herbert.
Big up to Anthony. But yeah, like Tony, we're talking about the money and stuff like that. Well, that would be another way for Newcastle to still be making revenue in the Europa League. It's not as much as the Champions League, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, I would. Yeah, I would not mind a run at the Europa League at all, because I don't disrespect the Europa League. I don't disregard it. So, but yeah.
Okay. This would be the final one. Yeah. Oh my God, Steve.
Oh, Danny.
Steve.
Oh, Danny. Shout out to you, bro.
This guy has, bro, man. I can't believe my eyes. No one has done this for me before, man. I've always worked for everything I've got, bro. Nothing free. But this seems free to me, man. Danny, big ups to you, man. I've prayed for you. I don't know what I should do for you again. Even if I'm a deep Christian man, bro, man. This is above me, man. It says respect Steve and Tony. Love the stream. Danny, thanks to you, man. Thanks to you. That's why the proceeds of this stuff, part will go to charity. Part will go to me and Steve. Steve, be ready next month. I'm sending this check to you. Definitely, you're getting part of this.
You don't need to do nothing. Definitely. You don't need to do. You.
No, I know you're a money king on your own, but no. We did this stream together. You have to get your money. No.
That's what you want to do. That's your choice. That's your choice.
Yeah. You have to because Danny obviously liked this show because of you and me. So you have to get.
That's what you want to do then.
This, man. Big ups to you. Danny, thanks, man. Lots of respect to you. And Strasbourg Steve says, Danny, you're amazing, lad. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks, man. We really appreciate this. Tony and Steve receiving all that. Hard work is being rewarded. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Danny says, yes, Strasbourg Steve, I like the way you talk footy. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. That's
next, bro. Appreciate it.
My guy is gonna he must eat out of this, man. Part is going for my Mars bars. Exactly, Wolfgang. Danny to start today. Yeah, of course. See, we've come to the end of the show, guys. I've come to the end of the show. See, Steve Mahala, I know you have something else to do, but trust me, this was worth it. This was worth it. This was worth it. So, Steve, talk to these people. Tell them where they can find you. After 2 hours, 4 minutes of this legendary show me and you have together, man. Yeah. I told you, me and you could take this show to a different, whole new level because people like seeing me and you, cut our throats. But we're not, because beneath all this, we're friends at the end of the day. So, we're not going to cut our throats, but we'll give them a good show. How about that? WWE said it. So talk to these people, tell them where they can find you, brother.
Yeah, you can find me on what's it called? Strasbourg Steve on YouTube. I'll be doing an Italy, Macedonia watch along. I'll also be watching on the side. I'll watch the England game, even though there's really no point.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a 4-0, but whatever. What else? Yeah, I've got the Italy watch along coming up in about an hour, something like that. So we'll see if Italy screw up another. We'll see if Italy screw up another qualification to a major tournament. Because Macedonia have done it before. They Macedonia were the side that kept them out of the World Cup into World Cup in 2018. So maybe lightning strikes twice. I don't know. But yeah, very exciting.
Yeah,
so,
very exciting.
I'll be putting that on my channel. So yeah, if you all want to join, go for it. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Steve, what do you think will be the score line for that England matchup today?
4-0 England. They're playing Malta.
4-0.
4-0. Easy. Italy, Macedonia.
Easy.
Italy, Macedonia. Italy have screwed up multiple times. So I'll go for 1-1 draw.
1-1. Okay, no problems. See ya, guys. Yeah. So, Steve, thanks for showing up to episode 3 of our show. It's a honor being down here with you. See everyone in the chat who supported this stream. 2 hours, you guys. See, man, this will be even the record charts I've had, man, on shows, man. The chat was buzzing. People were watching. Big ups to you guys. Danny putting his money where his mouth is. Yeah. See, big ups to you, Danny. God bless you. Anthony Herbert, big ups to you. My friend, and of course, my associate, Wolfang Division down here with us. He also gave us £2. Big ups to you. You know, we'll still find a way to, push down part of our, little bit gotten gains right now to you too. Big ups to you, Wolfang Division. Moss was here, Jay was here, MUFC Global was here. Everyone who came down today, man. God bless you guys today, man. And thanks for contributing. BX Gunner, all of you, yeah. Thanks very much. And from definitely from me, make sure you catch up Steve Mahala on his show today. His watch along. You have to go show some love to his channel too, guys. From me and Steve Mahala, we out. Big ups.
Peace.